This week on Machinery-TV, the Judkins Brothers Farm Retirement Sale featured 4 big Parker gravity wagons, and we'll show you what kind of deal the high bidders got. Pete learns a little bit about the history of Sheridan auctions. And this Oliver Super 77 was purchased cheap, but there's nothing cheap about this restoration.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery-TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery-Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery-Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.
Hey folks, welcome to Machinery-Pete TV. This week we are just outside Ann Arbor, Michigan. And you know, when I started compiling auction prices 3.5 decades ago, go to an auction and I'd see a 16-year-old planter and be like, wow, that is a huge monster. Well, on today's auction, we got a modern monster for you, a 22 Kinze 4705, 36-row 20-inch. Gonna be fun to get up close to that thing. Before we get into all the fun action, we gotta go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. We're getting our first report from USDA on how much corn has already been harvested. The agency reporting in its latest crop progress report that 5% of the nation's corn crop has now been harvested. That's 2% ahead of the 5-year average. Condition ratings slipping again, now 64% rated good to excellent. That's down 1% from a week ago. Bayer is unveiling a new plug-and-play device for farmers. The FieldView Drive 2.0 can be used to connect, monitor, and record activities across different farm equipment types and brands. Now, Bayer says the product provides more processing power, data storage, and in-field connection stability than the previous version. Now, the company says it will start shipping early next year. Every farmer knows how labor-intensive picking up rocks out of the field can be. Now, there's technology to help. TerraClear has developed a system that uses drones to map fields and those pesky rocks. TerraClear says an operator can clear anywhere from 30 to 50 acres per hour with the machinery. Now, the startup hopes to have a full commercial launch of its business model next year. That's it for news. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country.
Western Equipment is offering a huge selection of ag and construction equipment on Big Iron's September 17th online auction. With over 100 items located in New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma, you're sure to find the equipment you're looking for. John Deere forage harvesters, tractors, self-propelled sprayers, combines, compact track loaders, hay and tillage equipment, and more are all part of this selection of top-notch equipment. Bidding starts to close at 10 a.m. Central Time on September 17th. Go to bigiron.com to learn more.
Out here, sunrise only means one thing. It's go time. Go rake some hay. Go bale some hay. Go check on the herd. Go get the job done right with equipment built to do all the hard work and make it look easy. Morning, noon, and night. Kubota equipment. Built right, built ready.
Hey folks, Machinery-Pete here. You've got to try this. The power of foam is the only way to clean and degrease your equipment. Simply foam it on, give the foam a few minutes to work, and power wash it off. Cuts grease and your wash time significantly. The foam won't harm electrical sensors or controls. It neutralizes and washes away farm chemicals and is safe to use on most surfaces. Call 888-996-7801 or go online to check out their dealer locator at poweroffoam.com to find the power of foam near you. right, folks, gravity wagon time here. We got 4 Parker 605s on the auction. And you know, I remember back in the Stone Age days when every auction was a live event. And it would be interesting when you'd sell a multiple number of wagons. It always occurred to me the best buy was the first one, because people would wait and wait, and then the price would just keep going up. Now, the only trick there was a lot of times the buyer of the first one took them all. So now you got these people that drove 2-3 hours to the auction, they wanted a wagon, and they came away skunked. Now, if we talk Parker 605s, of course, gravity wagons have been very strong the last 2 years. Average auction price, the last 27 sold, $11,638. I've seen them go as high as $15,750. Hey folks, we're going to talk gravity wagons now with Bruce Judkins here, and your 4 Parker 605s.
Great wagons.
Now you bought these 2 at a time, is that right?
I bought 2 from a neighbor, and then I bought 2 from Randall Brothers down in Holgate, Ohio.
Our good friends Rob down there.
Yeah, Rob's a great guy.
They do a
Took care of us, I thought. We priced from other local dealers, and Rob's always been fair about equipment prices. And great guy to work with, and he delivered them right. We were actually during harvest season, towed them right to the field, and we dumped on them and filled them that day.
Well, you know, Randall Brothers, they deal in quality too, so
yeah,
that's a nice thing. Now, what did you have before you got these wagons?
We had Kill Brothers 450s and M&W 400s.
So you jumped up.
Yeah, we jumped up a lot. Well, when we went to a bigger combine, we needed bigger wagons to keep up.
Okay.
So with these 2 hooked in pairs, you're hauling 1,300 out of the field. To us, that was more profitable. And we had the Kill Brothers still at the time, but once we had these hooked in pairs, my guys would unhook and switch. They didn't want to. If I filled them, they didn't want to tow them back. They just leave them.
Right. Well, now, Bruce, just curious here. I've been watching good used gravity wagons have been really hot lately because you know those new ones they get pretty expensive. I'm guessing you've had some pretty good interest on these things.
Oh yeah, I think they're going to go for good money. I priced what new ones are, and I was shocked what a new one was compared to what I bought them for.
Probably not what a gravity wagon sold for back in the day, huh?
No. Yeah. Everything's come so far. I don't know. Every year I wonder how they can make farm equipment better and better. It just blows my mind how they keep coming up with new ideas to make it bigger. I mean, we have a neighbor. He's got an 800 bushel wagon, and I mean, I'm like, man, I don't know if I could pull 2 of those. You know?
Yeah, well, these are great wagons. Again, they're going to make some. They're going to fit someone's operation just perfect.
Oh yeah, they'll be great. They're 2 with tarps and 2 without, and usually we had enough room to put 2 over our pit, the ones without, and then the ones with tarps we'd leave them out, and if it was going to rain, we left them outside. We just filled them full and rolled the tarp over. They're perfect. And they all have lights on them, and they all have LED lights. Most of them do. And we got cords so we could hook them in pairs. They got turn signals and flashers and
everything you want.
Everything you need, so you can come tow home safely without a car. You know, because cars always around here pass on the double yellow, so you better be warning them that you're going to be turning. And
you guys are here.
It's a big safety feature. That's one reason we went to the Parkers, because they were a nice wagon, and the turn signals was a key feature for us.
And you're right on the edge of Ann Arbor, a busy place here.
I'm only 2 miles north of Ann Arbor. You know, and we got a lot of traffic come out here in the country.
Safety was
key to us, and that was a big seller for us to have lights and turn signals, something so we could warn them we're turning, and we don't want them passing when we're trying to turn. And so I told all the drivers that were hauling for us, the young guys that hauled for us, to make sure you turn your signals on and look in your mirrors before you turn, because even if you get your turn signal on, don't mean they're not going to pass.
Right.
So anticipate that well, you don't know what's going to happen. You know.
All right, folks, we all remember a couple years ago when the supply chain was messed up, how difficult it was to get equipment. And man, we have an example here, don't we, Ken?
Yeah, we were sweating. We had ordered this quite a while, and we had to wait. And we were really worried if we were going to get it for that spring to use.
This is a 23 model?
A 23, yeah.
Okay. And who did you buy it from?
It came from our Case Edge dealer down in Litchfield.
Okay.
And yeah,
that was
the same place our planter came from.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a tough period there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were sweating bullets on if this stuff was coming, because nobody would give you a timeline and promise you when anything was going to be delivered.
And how much did it make it just in the nick of time?
Yeah, I think a couple weeks ahead, but
it
was getting close. It was getting close.
Well, test your Michigan patience.
Yeah.
But now, when you put it in operation, obviously a good rig for you?
Great unit. Worked really good. Takes 4 hard boxes, and it was a really easy unit to use, and it's got the remote. You could be up on the planter, run it yourself.
So with the cost of new these days, man, they're going to get a great opportunity here on a 1-year-old.
Yeah, it's a great machine.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Made in South Dakota by Dakota Ag Innovations, a company with a 20-year history of working with top construction equipment manufacturers, now offering Dakota Shine to the farm community to help you keep your equipment looking like new and retain more value when it comes time to sell or trade. Key active ingredient from corn soy derivatives. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, I'm here with auctioneer Doug Sheridan, Sheridan Realty and Auction. And Doug, I need to start off by thanking you for all those years ago, kind of before the internet, sending me fax reports of your clerk sheets.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that, you and your dad, Bill.
Well, we've always appreciated the data that you put together and culminate, and that has always been a real good resource for us from comps.
I remember when I started almost 35 years ago, digging through the Farmer's Advance newspaper every week here in Michigan, looking for all those sale bills, and I'd see, Sheridan Realty and Auction, and you guys do a great job. And now this is a big year. 50 years ago, your dad Bill started in the auction business, 1974.
Yeah, we're coming up to a big anniversary, and it's been real good for us. We've been very blessed, and Dad started it back in 1974. Started in the stockyards business, and it evolved from there. He started selling people's livestock, and then before you know it, he earned that trust, selling their livestock, and then it kind of led into the farm machinery, and then into the real estate.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what has evolved. And
Bill Dad is still around and doing well?
Dad is still around, doing well. In fact, he's looking at Mount Rushmore today. He's
nice.
On vacation with Mom. They've wanted to have that on their bucket list for a long time.
That is a good one to check off.
They're living it off. So.
Awesome. So you were born, Doug, in the mid-70s. You
74.
You just grew up in the business then, I assume.
I did. That was one of those things. I thought everybody did that on Saturday. And I was very fortunate and blessed to carry ball jars out of basements and sell off a wagon where you hold the stuff up and hand out boxes. And
when did you go to auction school? How old were you?
I was, I think I was a senior in high school or a junior in high school.
Okay.
So it would have been 92.
92. Okay.
93.
So what have you learned all these years in the business? I mean, growing up, watching your dad and from your dad about being a good auctioneer?
I think the most important thing about being a good auctioneer is being honest. And I have found that not only do you tell people the good things about an item, but what might be wrong. And you'd be very transparent with what you're selling.
Yep.
And I think that has probably done more for us as a business than anything.
Hey folks, welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we've got a treat from Illinois for you. A classic Oliver Super 77.
I got here, it's a 57 Super 77. As far as that goes, it's a gasser. It actually came from Kewanee Sale Barn. It hadn't sat inside because it was kind of brown, but that was okay. At least it only had a single layer of paint and it was easy to take off. Sandblaster could peel it off like nothing. The price was dirt cheap, so that's the way we like to buy them. It sat on the elevator most of the time, elevating grain in the cribs. It was handy because you could just click the PTO on from the back, and throttle, you could get it real easy too. So had trouble, battery going dead, and monkeyed around with the key, checked the wires, put new ends on and everything. I called one of my friends uptown. He told me you gotta check, the last thing you got left is about check the regulator on your generator. He said that once they sit a long time, they're prone to stick. The points were stuck in that regulator, and that cured the sucker. It goes to parades, and then you get rides through the town, or you can go on a tractor ride too if you hit the right timing.
Hey, don't touch that dial, folks. Coming up, big blue planter you're not going to want to miss. A 22 model Kinze 4705 36 row 20 inch, just over 1,500 acres on this thing. The only way I've seen to safely clean aluminum grain and stock trailers is Bright Plus aluminum cleaner from Dakota Ag Innovations. With over 15 years of proven performance cleaning all types of aluminum, the results speak for themselves. Dirty, stained, and discolored aluminum trailers don't stand a chance against Bright Plus aluminum cleaner. Safely improve the appearance of your aluminum trailers at home and make a statement with Bright Plus. Order today at trailercleaner.com or find Bright Plus aluminum cleaner at a farm store near you.
Want to get smarter and have some fun while you're at it? Introducing Unscripted and Grow Getters, two of agriculture's most entertaining and engaging podcasts. Hosted by U.S. Farm Report's Tyne Morgan and Ag Day's Clinton Griffiths, Unscripted is your chance to meet the personalities behind the personalities. And with heart and humor, Grow Getters with host Davis Michelson explores Ag's most innovative side hustles. You can find Unscripted and Grow Getters on the Farm Journal YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Hey folks, it is time to talk a nice planter here, the feature on our auction. A 22 model Kinze 4705 here with Bruce Judkins. Bruce, this was your baby, wasn't it?
This was my baby. Well, this is about the nicest planter I think I've ever planted with.
Imagine just a little bigger than maybe the first planter you ever ran.
Oh yeah, a lot bigger.
Now tell me, you actually went down to the Kinze plant when you were, walk me through that. You were looking to buy a bigger planter, looking around.
We went to the Farm Machinery Show. We looked at a lot of different planters on the market at the time, and we've had multiple planters in the past, and we know, well, since Kinze's been building planters so long,
right,
and he used to build planters for John Deere. Kind of was like, you know, we knew we wanted they're heavy frame, heavy duty. They're made for any condition for planting. I mean,
yep,
you can't ask for a nicer planter. It'll pound the seed in the ground. You ain't got to worry about it. It's got hydraulic downforce. This thing's got all the bells and whistles.
It is a beast. And I understand we were actually at the plant on the same day, Bruce.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a group there, but now you didn't go on the tour.
I was on the tour, but they had a planter, like a 36 row out in the field running out in front of the factory.
Okay.
So they were giving ride-alongs, and I wanted to ride and talk to the operator. And
yep.
Everybody went on the tour. I stayed out there and kind of stood behind it because
yep,
I wanted to ride in it and talk to the operator because I had questions. And
who did you get connected with that day?
Susie Kinzenbaugh.
John's daughter.
John's daughter.
CEO. Susie's fantastic.
Yeah.
She gave you kind of the up-close look at it then?
Yeah, when I got done, I guess the tour I took off ahead of me, and I didn't know where I was supposed to go, so she gave me a golf cart ride to catch up, and I said, well,
nice,
we can just keep cruising the golf cart, Susie. You know more about planters than I do.
That's awesome. And now you got 1,500 acres on it. What was it like running this thing?
Oh, this is a dream to plant with. It's got individual row shutoffs all the way across the toolbar. It's got speed tubes on it. It's got the spike closing wheels, 750 gallon liquid fertilizer, and 120 bushel of seed. I mean, she's heavy. She's built for planting.
And you know, Bruce, that what a new one costs.
Yeah.
Not just Kinze, but all
planters are expensive,
planters,
especially when you go to a big planter like this.
Right. So what an opportunity for someone here to buy a.
Somebody buys this, it's going to be the best planter. I mean, we've already ran it and got all the bugs worked out of it. Right. All you have to do is put the plates in and put the seed in and put your fertilizer and go to work.
Yeah, this thing could wind up going anywhere.
Yeah.
On auction day.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going to go. A lot of people have called us and talked to us about it, and we had a gentleman last night showed up at 9:30, and we came out with trucks and aimed headlights
Bruce,
at it.
that is a good sign when they're showing up in the dark to ask you about your planter.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good sign. That means they're definitely interested.
But I've only seen one at auction, so again, hard to find and a great rig. And are you going to miss it?
Oh yeah, I told a couple of them, you buy it and it stays close, I'll come run it for you. I'll come teach you to run it.
Hey, package deal. There you go, folks,
Yeah.
right there. Well, thanks for telling us about it, Bruce. Well, folks, really want to thank you for shopping for used equipment at our website, machinerypete.com. Of course, we got over 100,000 pieces for sale there, updated every day. Now, today I want to talk about one piece in particular, focus in on this 2009 John Deere 1895 36-foot 10-inch air seeder with a 1910 cart, completely rebuilt by the experts at Quality Drills, an amazing company out of Colorado, been around since 2016. They also recently opened a dealership in Newton, Kansas. Now, we need to talk about Quality Drills here for just a second. You might remember the Machinery Pete YouTube video I posted last winter from the Louisville Farm Show, where I interviewed owner-founder Stefan Alderson and also marketing specialist Devin Marson. And Devin is known as the Air Seeder Chick out on social media and Instagram. And you also might recall we did a Machinery Pete podcast with Devin, amazing story, inspiring. But I tell you what, Quality Drills, amazing company. And with the large variety of aftermarket solutions for John Deere air seeders, drills, and planters, it can be really overwhelming trying to learn all the differences between all the products available to you. And my friends at Quality Drills, their mission is simple. They just want to help farmers, help you figure out how to maximize your air seeder, drill, or planter for your farm to get the best results. And the amazing thing about Quality Drills is their offer to you as a farmer to go to your farm anywhere in the US and Canada, do a free inspection. And I mean, they will go anywhere. And not just if you own an air seeder planter or drill, but if you're looking to buy one, call Quality Drills. They'll come out and do an inspection, shoot you straight. Again, they're the experts on this. They'll tell you what you're looking at to have, you know, how much money you're going to have to put in the thing. But again, just an amazing company. They roll old school. Again, I'm fascinated by how they're growing and how they're going about it. In 2008, the state of Michigan came out with a catchy advertising slogan to promote tourism called Pure Michigan. And I tell you, every time I go back to Michigan, I have pure fun. And it was an honor to be on site in Ann Arbor, Michigan for the online retirement auction for Quality Acres. The Judkins brothers, great guys, and what a line of equipment, such variety, including that 22 model Kinze 4705 36-row planter, big ticket item there. I tell you what, folks, tune in to Machinery Pete TV next week. I guarantee you we will have a lot more pure fun. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.